Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I know this can be a scary sight. There's just too much of me. There's too much face. You're used to having me buried in the bottom right corner. Though some of you only seem to watch these videos when you know, there's something you can connect with. And a mobile game run by Marvel Comics, Marvel Studios, inspired by Marvel, whatever you want to call it. That's not something, if you don't play, that you care about. But pizza, this is bringing it back to the OG roots of my early YouTube days, long before a mobile game was a focus. And here's the deal. We have the Big New Yorker pizza. This thing is kind of from my childhood in the 90s. Not too much is still around from my childhood besides, discussion about things like SpongeBob and the Game Boy. But other than that, not so much. However, what's going to be tricky about this video is just getting the pizza in the shot, because it is an extra large pizza that has 6 crazy big, like you could have 6 meals out of it, and it is in such a way that it's even tough to see from the camera the spices, the unique aroma. I feel like I'm in New York to the point that the Statue of Liberty is waving at me and angry taxi drivers are being heard outside my window. Everyone I trust, because I still am involved in the YouTube review community, even as somebody who doesn't really review things anymore on a daily basis or weekly basis or monthly basis, sometimes even yearly basis, has said this thing is worth it. We've taken out our first piece. It is pretty big. It's thin though. I did get light sauce. You may not want to, but I'm not the biggest fan of Pizza Hut sauce. It reminds me of the sauce you get on Lunchables pizza. Not throwing shade to the Lunchables pizza, but that's cheap for a reason. If you were to give me this pizza and just say, where do you think it was from? Maybe I'd say a mall food court, like Sbarro. But I would not say Pizza Hut. It's a really unique flavor. I think it's fresh. It tastes like high quality ingredients. Certainly it is well worth the $14 for a large, because easily you could get 2 to 3 meals out of this. But at the same time, let's try another bite. I'm not blown away. I was hoping I'd be. You always gotta take a bite of the crust, too. Well, it's not the best pizza I've ever tasted. I'm a stuffed crust guy. This does not beat that. But hey, to go from Oklahoma to New York for $14, pretty cheap plane flight from a, taste test standpoint. In the old system, I do a 1 to a 10. I still got some in my mouth. This is not good for a high definition camera. 1 being like the old Domino's cardboard crust that basically they could have made spaceships out of. 10 being, stop everything you're doing, run, order yourself this pizza, you're about to have a religious experience. The value is a 9. The taste is like a 6.5 to a 7. So I'll probably rate it like a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Still higher than I would rate a lot of Marvel movies I've seen lately, ironically. But like if you need a pizza for a party, like if you want to spice up, I almost said the bedroom. It's a horrible idea for this. If you want to spice up the kitchen, how about that? Yeah, you could do worse. I am back to questioning if this is God tier or beyond God tier, as the Marvel Casino of Champions community would say. I don't think it's either of those things, but it's a God tier value and a better than average taste. And if you really like thin New York pizza, you might disagree with me. You might actually say it's really good. Like the people who still tell me that their favorite MCU movie is like The Eternals or Thor Love and Thunder or the new Doctor Strange, where I don't get it. I'm not going to be able to agree with you, but I can at least respect your opinion. All right. There you go, YouTube. That concludes this pizza review for Saturday, February 18th, 2023, a date which will live in infamy in my household. I will get at least 3 more meals out of this, and that is a W.